You are now watching TDC.
Hey folks, it's Nick again. Just wanted to record this so I could pass it on to you folks so I can get your reactions over it, but I've got something that's kind of flustering me to the point that I'm starting to get annoyed by people who do this. I overheard a conversation on my way out from my workplace about co-workers that were having issues with their pets. Now, I consider a pet a member of the family. At least that's my opinion and my point of view. I don't know how you consider your pets, but I find it inexcusable and unacceptable on anyone deciding to adopt a pet, to bring them into the fold, to suddenly decide that after the behavioral problems of the pet are no longer supportable by them, regardless of them wanting to invest or not, they'll give the pet away. Or bring it back to the shelter or do whatever. It's because in this particular case the pets in question were dogs, or at least a puppy, a female puppy, and that's pretty much it. But here's where this is coming into perspective. Now, a pet is not an object, regardless of what you want to say, how you see it. Yet legally they're tended to be viewed as objects, especially if you were talking about mortgage seizures in the US and you have a cat or dog inside the house, they belong to the bank. Here in Canada, I'm not certain about those laws, but I do know that cats and dogs aren't viewed as objects, possessions. They're viewed as living beings. And it would be funny to see what the reaction would be if you actually went up to those people and actually went, so let me get this straight. You want to get rid of your dog because you're having enough issues of taking care of the dog and it peeing on the floor. So what's wrong with Daisy? Have you actually tried finding out? Because it sounds like a behavioral issue if she's not listening to her doggy training, her potty training, if you will. It's similar to bedwetters as humans. I mean, we all grow up with issues that we need to be able to grow out of. And it can take time, and it tends to be variable from person to person. From human being or living being to living being, so to speak, in this particular case. So would it be okay if you decided to come to me and say I want to give away my born child because I have enough of 6 years, 10 years of bedwetting? It's a good question, though. My point of view on the whole matter is that pets, like anything else, have behavioral problems that can be solved, but it takes patience. If you're going to adopt a pet, don't adopt if you don't have the time. Don't adopt if you're not going to have the patience. There's no point. And if you're going to leave parents, if you're going to leave your kids take care of the dog or cat or whatever pet it is, please wait until they're old enough that they can be delegated that responsibility, because unless you're ready and willing to give them a helping hand with it, there's enough cats and dogs that are left in the middle of a road, out in the boonies, in the middle of nowhere, because the owner is too much of a coward to actually try to find someone to give the cat or dog away, or to at least try to bring them to a shelter or a kennel temporarily while they're trying to find a solution. I mean, the responsible thing would be for a human being to actually do what they can do for the dog or cat or any other animal when they had them as part of their family and they can no longer have them. I can understand people with allergies having to give them away, but you know what? Allergies can be alleviated by being away from the pet. They'll start up again when you're back there. I think that for the amount of time that you live with a pet, I don't suffer from allergies, but I do know that they're quite aggravating. I can appreciate it. There are certain treatments to help you desensitize yourself from allergies from the pet or dog saliva, dander of various animals, the saliva flecks from the dander. God, There's so many things nowadays. But anyways, that's it. That's all. Leave me your comments down below in the below the Voldy in the comment box in written format if you wish. I encourage video responses to this. In fact, I encourage all of you who will listen to this to give me a video response if at all possible. It would be better to see and hear you giving your opinion. The emotions would be passed on with the conversation. So, have a nice one.